Tom Izzo had a bunch to say after Michigan State's win over Wisconsin, capping a five-game win streak against five quad one opponents, the most impressive stretch that we've seen from Michigan State in years, and maybe the most impressive stretch we've seen from any team in college basketball this season. I've talked in recent videos with you, recent weeks. Tom Izzo has been like, I don't know, kind of oddly downplaying his team's greatness. We've heard a very confident Tom Izzo, unafraid to acknowledge his team being great in the past, or even to kind of competitively challenge other teams in the past. This 5 game run, he has talked up every single opponent and he has talked down his own team as Michigan State just walks out and keeps beating them. He did it again after this win over Wisconsin, and I want to see what you think of this quote. This is Tom Izzo after their latest win in this 5 game winning streak. He said, quote, "I don't think we were behind in all of them. When you're leading by 9, that's not behind. But we were behind in some of these games at halftime. You know why? Because they're all good teams. There's not one time I said we're a great, great team yet. We're not. We're edging closer. The shooting would take us to another level, I think. Just making some shots. It says a lot about your team that you can bear down in those last 5 minutes. There's not one time I said we're a great team. We're not." That is Tom Izzo's angle after a 5 game win streak, including 3 road wins against Illinois, Purdue, Maryland, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Your thoughts?
My coach, man. My coach. I think he's taking the what's the term he likes to use? I don't want my team to get fat and sassy, which honestly I take as an insult because I think I'm both fat and sassy. So that's another topic we can do another day. But I don't know. I feel like he is rightfully so. He's gonna downplay this team because that's who he is. But I don't think he can hide, even if he wants to, how much he loves this team and is like actually a fan of coaching them and believes in them. I think he believes that this team actually is great, but I don't think he'll say it.
Do you believe they're great? Because I think they're great.
I honestly, yeah, I got there. It took me a minute. I just think they are.
I think the team was very good before featuring Jace. I think they've
Hmm.
been great since featuring Jace.
I'd agree. Yeah,
Yeah. So is there going to be a point this year? Like, at what point will Tom Izzo just say this team's great?
never, never. I'm talking in San Antonio. They make it there, cut down the nets. They got it, and he's like at the podium, like, I mean, we're a good team. We got them. We got Duke today. That's the best team in the country. We got
Yeah,
them today.
that's the funny part is he's praising everybody else. Like, yeah, they're all really good teams. We're not great.
Yeah, we just
Like,
got them today.
y'all just beat them by 5 straight games, dog. Like, what's the stat? I like him talking about the defense. Like, I think there's been one field goal scored against you in the final 4 minutes of these last 5 games.
Yeah,
What is that?
just shooting variance.
So I'm part of the problem. That's what this is.
No, no, no. That was a joke that I just had to throw in there. But like, when is the last time Izzo's ever been like, yeah, this team's great. Like, my team's great.
Well, I think he's done it in the past.
You
I don't
think?
I don't have exact examples up. Maybe I'm projecting here, but I feel like we heard Tom Izzo more accurately, honestly play up his team in like the Cassius Winston era, maybe even in the Denzel era when they got really good. Like I don't think he's ever sort of hesitated to just be like, yeah, we're us. We're Michigan State. We should win the league.
You
And
think?
this
You
year,
think?
like he's still playing like, oh, we were picked fifth. That was right. We're not great, even after we beat everybody.
I think though he might be encompassing like what actually does lead. Besides it seem like Jace being in a bigger role and guys doing things, I think there is somewhat playing a role here that these guys are like some everyone's against us, chip on our shoulder guys.
It's the underdog. Because he, in the same press conferences, he will talk about how much he loves this team.
Hmm.
Just he always draws the line at like we're awesome. He won't go there. Do you think
Right.
it like is it honesty from him or is it just motivational?
Uh, Probably
Like
a
do,
little
do you
bit.
think he believes this team is not great?
No, 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 not for a second. I think he believes this team is great.
There's a part of me that believes that Tom Izzo is kind of in his own head saying to himself, how am I doing this?
Like he's confused.
Not confused. I don't want to say that. But like, I mean, dog, we were wrong, and I've now been parading around that Michigan State is great and the best team here for a couple weeks. But like coming into the year, I mean, this team started Frankie Fiddler. This team has not known who its best big is. This team brought Jace off the like I don't know. The personnel on this team are not the greatest team ever. And to his point, like Akins still isn't shooting well. This version's never going to be the best version of themselves until Jaden Akins is like a great efficient shooter the way he once was. So I part of me, look, I don't think Izzo's lying. Maybe he's doing this motivationally. Part of me believes Tom Izzo is just looking at this team like, how the hell am I doing this? And I would respect that if it is how he's approaching it.
I sometimes watch it. I'm like, how the hell is this team doing this?
It's impressive, right? But
Yeah.
it's just kind of funny to hear him like even after they did it, they did the win streak, and he still just is not willing to be like, we're a great team, you know?
You know why he can't do that though? I feel like here's my angle on it.
Why?
He can't do that because in admitting that, he'd be admitting that like some of the guys on this team, he's like, I mean, you see what I'm doing with Carson Cooper? And Cooper would be like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, you see what I'm doing with Trey Holloman?
Well,
And
and
then and
he's
then
too good of a person to do that either. But
yeah,
like,
which is
I
what
just
makes
wonder.
him great because in this situation, I'm the head coach of Michigan State. I'm at the podium with it like I'm really whooping all ass out here with these guards.
Well, you wouldn't even need to say it, right? But there's just part of me where like if he didn't have some of that in his mind on this, I think he would just be unafraid to go up. You got a 2 game lead on everybody that's not Michigan, a 1 game lead on Michigan. You already smoked Michigan in their place. You're gonna win the league at this point. Like there would be no downside, I think, to just sitting up there and being like, "Yeah, we're a really awesome team." Everybody keeps talking up everybody else. We just beat them all. Talk about us. And instead, it's just, oh, everybody's right. Everybody else is great. We're not that good. Like,
Can't be fat and sassy.
I applaud it, man. It's special. I wish I could get like a lie detector test. Like, I have some questions I want to ask Tom at the end of the season, you know?
Coaches lie.
Well, I don't even think he's lying. I just think it's been a masterpiece from Tom Izzo all season.
Thanks.